Live from Hickory, it's country-ish. Alan!
Just a country boy, and he's making it good. He was Jaws' underdog, dressed in beer overalls, living next to the wood. He liked to eat the sushi, but he don't even fish. Not so much a country boy, it's more like he's country-ish. Moved out of Hickory and headed for Southern Cal. Wound up in TV and film, making Popsicle proud. Now this country boy is back with his family. Got himself a podcast, he knows it'll last, 'cause he's in Hickory.
That's right. I am from Hickory. I'm happy about it. I hope you're happy, no matter where you are. If not, allow me to try and change that for you for the next hour or so. What up, bumpkins? How you doing? You're about to watch and or listen to episode 102 of Country-ish, and we have a Cajun, smoky, veteran show for you today. Very funny comedian, Mr. Showtime, going to zoom into the show. We're going to celebrate Veterans Day. We have our own in-house vet, and we're going to honor him and everyone else who's a veteran. And we got a mukbanging with MOM'OSA. You're going to want to watch that, and a very special Goodwill Hunting and all kinds of stuff. Stay tuned. And this is normally where I would tell you that we're live right now on Facebook and YouTube. But again, second week in a row, not live. I can't lie to you. You know why I'm not live? Because I'm on a ship. Maybe you're with me right now. No, probably not. But for the people who didn't go on the cruise, this is for you. Yeah, Reeps Peeps Comedy Cruise is happening right now. As I'm talking to you, it is November the 3rd. But this is going to come out like it's live November the 9th, 2021. But yeah, hit the share button anyway and leave your comments, because I'll ask you a question. Are you a veteran? Is someone in your family a veteran? Leave it in the comments section. Maybe we'll give them a shout out on the next show. And to prove to you that we do that, I left a question for the last episode. I said, have you ever been stabbed? And I told you, if it's a good comment, I would give you a shout out and read it on the show. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to my interns. I got 3 interns today. Wow, look at this, all stacked in there together. You got, Elliot, the intern Isaiah, and Mark Havaball all back there. Well, normally they're checking your comments, but we're not live. So what are we going to do today? Isaiah, you're going to do the sound effects?
Yep, I'm going to do the sound effects and the iTunes review.
Oh, we have an iTunes review. And Elliot.
Yes, sir.
How about this? Mm-hmm. Last week, I mentioned getting stabbed. Mm-hmm. Now, can you read some comments from last week so we can give these people a shout out?
Certainly. This one is from Brad Butler. He says, I was a police officer and got stabbed twice. Yes, I'm great. Not the worst injury I've had. Look up the fire and explosion in Shelby, North Carolina, May 25th, 1979. I was 18 and a volunteer fireman when I was involved in it. I wound up with a plate in my skull and almost lost my right arm to gangrene.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and so I looked up that explosion, and we have a video. This is from that fire back in 1979. Let's check this out real quick.
What we saw was smoke, a lot of heavy smoke.
Coming stations 1 and 2 have a structural fire at 109 West Lawrence.
We just made the loop around and came down the street, and just as we made the turn, we heard the awfulest explosion you've ever heard in your life.
And I'm thinking they're thinking it was a backdraft explosion.
Just a concussion and a sort of a rush of air.
I mean, it sounded like a bomb went off.
And we saw the cloud from 5 miles away.
As I turned back around, I can remember seeing the front of the wall coming down. Once the wall come down, then it was just chaos, bricks falling.
Street lights laying
Wow, look
down,
at that.
stop lights laying down, brick everywhere. People just running everywhere like crazy.
Need help on the backside.
Oh, look at that, they're dragging a dude out.
We have had an explosion.
Another guy?
Right here at Shelby. Yeah.
Wow, that looks tragic. And our country-ish bumpkin who watches this show regular, Brad Butler, survived that fire. So hats off to you. 5 people died in that thing. And wow. So we're giving him a shout out because one, he survived it. Thank you for your service. And 2, he left a comment. He answered my question. So yeah, you answer this question. Are you a veteran? Do you have an interesting story to tell? Leave it in the comments section and we'll give you a shout out on the next episode. Okay? Awesome. Thank you for that, Elliot. All right. Well, let me introduce the guy sitting across the table over here real quick. Very handsome fella. He's back again 2 weeks in a row. Can't get rid of this guy unless you're trying to get on a cruise ship. He's related to a very famous guy named Jon Stamos. I'm talking about his little brother, Marcus Stamos. How are you? I love the shirt.
Hello again. Love your shirt. And,
Look at us.
Yeah, look at, and I noticed something else about you.
We're some island boys.
Look up. Okay, so take your hat off for me real quick. Did you salt your hat? Turn it over.
Yeah, it's a little nasty.
Yeah, I saw
this is
that.
my workout hat.
Yeah, I love it.
So
Looks
that's
like
that looks like that's
earthquake.
Yeah, it looks like a Richter scale or
It does.
something, or somebody's.
Well, that's good. It means you're sweating. You're getting.
Yeah.
You don't have any toxins
Go
in you 'cause you don't
Braves.
drink, but
Go
Island Boys.
That's
Even though
us.
I'm not going to be with you, I'll be with you in
Yeah,
spirit.
I appreciate you dressing up for the occasion.
What do you
So
mean? I
is
wear this all the time.
No, yeah, actually, you do. How many of those do you have?
I got a couple.
Yeah,
I like them.
those look good on you.
Yeah, it's time to put them up. Those getting cold.
I was going for the Southern Magnum PI look.
I get it.
You remember Magnum PI?
Of course I do.
He had that beautiful, thick, dark mustache, and they always wore a Detroit, what was it?
Tigers.
hat
Yeah.
Tigers.
and a Hawaiian shirt. So that's what I'm doing, except Braves hat, Hawaiian shirt, ginger beard, not brown mustache. So, oh yeah, hang on. Let me see if I can do the same thing. Ready?
Yep.
Basically the same dude. All right.
So you're Magnum PSI.
Oh, like Cy from Duck Dynasty. Magnum P. Cy. I like that. Hit the laugh button. That was good. And then put it up to the microphone. All right, let's find it. There you go. Very good. Yeah, so we are on a cruise ship. Thanks for coming if you did. And we're having a blast right now, I'm sure. I don't know where to go from here, dude. Braves won. Congrats. Go Braves.
They did.
Because this is probably old news as you watch this.
Very much.
They haven't won since what, 26 years?
95, I think.
1995.
1995. And last week also, one of our interns said something funny, as they do from time to time. And if it's funny, I remember it. And we were talking about mall walkers.
Yep.
And then my man Isaiah over here, how do you say it again?
Mile walker.
Yeah, so I love the way he says mall walker. He says mall walker.
And it's spelled different.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it's M-A-W,
Yeah.
mall,
Yeah, mall.
and then W-A-W-K-E-R.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Could put a
Walker.
Q in there if you want to go crazy with it.
You could. And a Z, probably.
Walkers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we're thinking about doing is I said it sounds like an old Star Wars character.
It does sound like a Star
Yeah.
Wars character.
Like a mall walker came in and took out the whole village.
Mile walker.
Yeah. So what we should do, and then you mentioned this to me earlier, is that we should have a country-ish mall walking thing.
A
We all meet
country-ish
at like
mall walking event at our local mall.
Yeah.
And have people come out and we'll do it for a fundraiser or something.
Yeah.
But mall walking is the new big thing.
Yeah.
It's going to sweep the nation after we do this. Like,
someone needs to design
Start a club.
a T-shirt for us. What would the mall walking? First of all, what is a mall walker, right? Like a science fiction mall walker. Because I also think it'd be fun to go to like a Comic-Con and dressed up like a mall walker and see if people can.
Yeah.
If they're like, and we tell them we're mall walkers, and they're like,
now, should I
remember
be
that.
the one to dress up?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to figure out what that is. Leave it in the comments section. What is a mall walker in your brain? I'm thinking like, not a stormtrooper, but what is the Imperial Walkers? Remember them things?
Yep.
But maybe they got Velcro shoes. and a fanny pack.
Well, I was thinking more like, what's those little teddy bear looking
Ewoks.
I was thinking that, except with the fanny pack. And
Okay. Yeah. All right, so there you go. You got a couple nuggets of an idea. Create a T-shirt design for a small walker. So there we go. And maybe we'll get that done. All right. I'm trying to think of how I want to get into this because something else is going to happen on this cruise ship. Yeah, that hasn't been talked about yet.
And it won't.
Yeah, but I can talk about it right now because when this comes out, it will have already happened
next Tuesday.
Yeah. So I'm going to propose to Jody. I don't know if she said yes or not, but I do have the ring picked out, and my plan is to, on the second day of the cruise ship, ask her to marry me.
Second day. So I don't think she's going to say no. But wouldn't that be funny?
That would be hilarious.
If she did.
We're going to have a lot of people recording, so...
that would be great.
Maybe for content, I'll ask her to say no.
Because I know you guys are... you're in love. And
listen, please get the word to Sean that he needs to record.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Everything.
Or you make sure
just
to.
in case.
I'm going to get... I told Johnny Poovy about it, and... we're going to have as many people as possible recording. I'm going to make it look like it's a different announcement about a future cruise. Mm-hmm. And so I'll have everyone like paying attention, and I'll say I'll have a couple people planted. Like, go ahead and start rolling because I'm going to do it now, and then we'll see what she says. And if I can get that to you by a certain time, you could probably put it in this episode.
I might be able to drop it in this episode.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be interesting.
So that's going to happen on a Tuesday.
It's going to happen. I'm going to ask her to marry me on the 7th of November, which is a Sunday.
Now, should we take bets?
And this comes
on
out on the 9th of November.
So you have how many days we have left after the 7th?
Oh, I'll have 8, 9, 10, 4 days.
That'd be a very uncomfortable cruise the rest of the way out, wouldn't it? You might
it's going to be weird.
It would be bad weird. But I think you'll be fine. And congratulations.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask if I didn't know it was going to be yes, I wouldn't ask.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Good
Should
deal.
we take bets on this, like what we done when my dad proposed?
No.
I mean, if you want to lose money.
Yeah.
I mean, I already know it's going to be yes.
Well, I think
100%.
everybody's thinking she's going to say yes. So there's no use in betting.
Anyway, I thought that's interesting. Now you guys know that I may or may not be engaged now for the third time. Because I was engaged once but didn't get married. Engaged the second time, got married, and this will be the third engagement.
You're trying to catch your brother. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, my little.
But he's had three.
He's had three marriages. Yeah, this will be my number 2.
Well, they say third time's a charm. So
I should marry her again.
I think that's what he means.
All right, well, let's move on. I hope, Jody, I love you. I hope you said yes.
I want to thank my dear sweet mother, Betty Reed, and and I want to thank my lovely girlfriend, Jody Patterson, who's sitting right here, who I love so much. Thank you for coming and supporting me. And her name is Jody Patterson, but I'd like to change that to Jody Rape. Jody, I have a question for you. Do you mind changing your last name to Reeve? Will you marry me? She said yes.
Veterans Day is coming up. November the 11th. Veterans Day, and I figured we would pay respect to our in-house veteran, Sergeant Have a Ball, Mr. First Class over here. Thank you for your service, number one, and I'd like for you to share some pictures and take us a walk down memory lane of your time in the military.
I appreciate that. Okay,
so what's this picture here?
This picture here was taken in Washington, D.C. A group of us Desert Storm veterans was there for the Memorial Day Parade. And we get together, try to raise awareness to the Desert Storm Memorial, which we've got approved and signed. We're just in the fundraising aspect.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll be breaking ground on the Desert Storm Memorial, which is going to be catty-cornered to where the Lincoln Memorial is.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, where are you in this photo?
I'm actually behind one. I believe it's behind that white flag. because I always try.
Oh, so you're back in there somewhere. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. So how many people's in this group here?
I think that year we had close to 400 people.
Wow. Okay.
And it's across all services. Hence the flags up front are for the Marine Corps, Army, Navy, Air Force.
Wow.
And the Coast Guard's flag there as well.
Oh, look at this! It's a young ball.
Yeah, that was like last week before I shaved.
Yeah,
that was right after we went back. The uniform is what we call BDUs, battle dress uniform. We had just switched back to that. That's the old typical camouflage looking.
Right. That was like a forest sort of pattern,
exactly.
right?
But prior to that, we was wearing what we call the chocolate chip, and what that was is what you saw in the previous one. We were wearing the chocolate chip pants. That was my combat award for Desert Storm, and that was my colonel and my sergeant major.
Okay.
And so they awarded us that back at Fort Riley, Kansas, where my daughter is now.
You look sharp in this picture, buddy. How old are you right here in this picture?
I just turned 21 years old.
21 years old. Look at this guy. Oh, now looky here. What are we? Wow. Talk about this photo, please.
Okay, so that was one of my last photos while I was on active duty. I mean, I've taken some, but this was a family setting. We were in Germany at the time, hence the crisscross of the German and the American flag in the background.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
At that time frame, my son was in the JRTC in high school. He is now currently in the North Carolina National Guard. He does flight operations in Salisbury.
Okay.
And so he's been there about 7 years now. And the girl in the back is my daughter, who we just recently lost our grandson last month.
Yeah.
She's married to another veteran. He's a sergeant first class, Javier Fuentes, and they're at Fort Riley, Kansas now. So
wow. So and that's Mr. Sergeant Ball without the facial hair. How old are you in this picture, and how long ago was this?
That's roughly about 10 years ago.
Okay.
It was either Christmas, because we were trying to do the pictures in time for Christmas for families and stuff. So it was either Christmas of 2011 or 2012. It was a little bit before I retired.
Man, look how decorated he is. I don't know how many ribbons and medals you got there. There's a bunch. Can you name all of those?
I could pretty much name most of them.
Like how many is it? Like 10, 20?
It's 25 plus. Plus, if you look on it, some of them's got little metallic attachments to it, which means I've got numerous awards of that same award.
I don't know if I can call you Have a Ball anymore. I feel like I should start calling you Sergeant Ball. What do you guys think? Should we do that?
I think
from now on.
Yeah, from now on, Sergeant Ball.
Intern Sergeant Ball or just Sergeant? I'm dropping the intern.
Yeah, I say we drop the intern.
Yeah. I gotta start saluting you. Is it inappropriate for me to salute you? I don't know if I can do that.
I don't think it's inappropriate.
How about when I do one of these?
You can do that. I mean, it's a sign of respect. As long as you're not doing the one finger salute, we're good to go.
Never. Okay. All right.
Now, keep in mind, too, you're talking about the number of awards. I deployed 5 times during my career. So it spanned from Desert Storm all the way up to Iraqi freedom and enduring freedom.
Wow. Now, where is Desert Storm here?
No, it's not Desert Storm. That is actually part of the Enduring Freedom. I was in Arif Jan, Kuwait at the time, and that is, I cannot remember his name, but that is a 2-star Air Force general who was very enamored with our ground equipment, which behind that was one of my specialties. That's an M1 Abrams tank. And he was like a kid at Toys R Us. We had it on a test track. And with that test track, we literally got it airborne at 63 tons, and we got it airborne about 6 to 8 inches. And he, like I said, he was like a kid in a candy store.
Wow. So what is your specialty? You drive those tanks?
Well, I can drive the tanks, but I was primarily a tank mechanic. I worked on M1s, Bradleys. I worked on ground equipment. So I was pretty much a jack of all trade. I could work on Humvees, which you got one there,
right?
And then various other things.
And this is you in a Humvee.
Yeah, I'm up on top of the Humvee. Got my weapon there. I also carried an AT-4.
Well, I see 3 weapons. I see 3 guns, dude. That's what I see.
Yeah.
You got 2 big ones and then 1 mechanical one in the front.
Oh, yeah. This was outside of Baghdad International Airport, which is what it is now. It used to be the Saddam Hussein International Airport.
Right.
It's also the same airport where Sergeant First Class Paul Smith got the only Congressional Medal of Honor during Iraqi freedom.
Okay.
And he was out of 3rd Infantry Division like I was at that time.
Okay, and then what are we looking at here?
Okay, after I retired, I made a pilgrimage back up to Arlington Cemetery. I went up there when I helped lay my brother to rest. It was Command Sergeant Major Benjamin Moore, known him as Ascari, is the nickname that he had for him. And we knew each other since Fort Stewart, and went through. I was getting promoted, then he'd get promoted, and just back and forth. And we were in Hawaii together, and he left, went into Iraq, and unfortunately passed away in Iraq. And I flew back for the service, and every year I try to get up there and make my way through Arlington. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's an honor, but at the same time frame, it's really hard to know that you actually know people lying there.
Right. Wow. Well, thank you. Let's all give a round of applause for Mr. Sergeant Ball right here. Thanks, buddy. Thank you for your service. Thank you. Anybody else I got one veteran in my family I could share with you real quick. That's my dad's brother, one of them, Bud Reep on the left.
Bud.
Yeah, the white one. He is that was in the Korean War, and he didn't talk about it much. And a lot of these guys don't like to talk about stuff.
No.
So I'm feeling like he saw something. You know what I mean? But he was always just a happy, he's no longer with us, but he was just a happy, mild-mannered, gentle guy.
Was he the Clark tire guy that had the, no, that wasn't the brake dust joke that you do?
No,
what?
that was that was
not
Uncle
Bud.
William.
That's William, okay.
Who was uncle by marriage.
Oh, okay.
Not blood.
Wasn't Bud, okay.
Yeah, so that's the one I got. And you said your dad was?
Yeah, my dad was a Navy vet. He served in the Navy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
No pictures though. Sorry.
How about you guys? Alan, what's the next picture? We'll just do it now. Okay, what are we looking at here, Isaiah?
That's my great-grandfather.
Which one?
The one on the right.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who the one on the left is, but I'm pretty sure the one in the middle is a prostitute. And
where is this picture taken?
New York City.
Yeah,
probably a prostitute then.
And that was at the tail end of World War II.
That's all they've got.
Wow, I'd love to figure out if we could track down who this lady is.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to.
You know how I tried to
down.
find that girl, my pen pal in Russia? And we did find her eventually. I wonder if we could find out who this lady is.
Hopefully she's still alive.
Well, if not, maybe one of her relatives are. We can find out if she's actually a prostitute.
Well, my granny says she wasn't, but I think she was.
Well, maybe she's just a good time girl, man, just a flapper.
Because my granddad told me stories about him back in the day, and I reckon he went with some.
This picture looks amazing. This looks like I would have loved to have had a beer with these three right here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that one guy, it looks like he's holding a nice, like, frothy beer with a little foam at the top. Looks like the other guy, your grandpa, you said?
Yeah,
he's got
one
a
of
shot.
my great-grandpa.
Your great-grandpa. So what year is this? What war would this have been? What time frame?
This would have been right at the tail end of World War II.
Wow.
So 1945.
Yeah, 1945.
Oh, man. Crazy. All right, Alan, what's the next one there? Cool. Thanks for sharing that, Isaiah.
And that is my grandfather. I call him Granddad.
Yeah.
And he enlisted in, I think, 1969 or 1970. I'm not sure.
Okay. In what service? What branch?
Army.
What's his name, Isaiah?
Herschel.
Herschel. Yeah. Is this Herschel here?
Pocket knife all the time, and you used to use it as his.
Yeah, that's right. The old pocket knife. Mm-hmm. Now, who are we looking at here?
That's my great-grandpa again.
Okay. He looks like a mean son of a gun.
Oh, he looks like an actor right there.
No, this one looks like an old-timey boxer. He's got
that's
tiny
what
boxing
it was.
gloves.
He used to box when he was in the Army.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
My granny said judo, but I don't think it was judo because my granddad said it was boxing. So.
Okay. Yeah, a little difference there.
All right. Well, thank you. Okay, Alan, do we have any more? Let's get some. Oh, what are we looking at here, Elliot?
That's my grandfather, Henry Cash. He served during the Korean War stateside because he had a wife and children in the U.S. Marines.
Very good. All right. Well, listen, happy Veterans Day to all to you guys and you at home. Are you a vet? I want to know about it. Leave it in the comments section, and we'll give you a shout-out on the next episode. All righty. I say we move on to our next segment. And what I do here is I go to Twitter, click on your hashtag, and I find out what's trending, what are people talking about, and then we weigh in. We talk about it. It's That's how you know that we're kind of current, even though we're not live. It's a segment that's called Ooh, it's the best trends. Here's what you were talking about. All right, hashtag Dolly Parton. Check this out. Dolly Parton, she just put up a picture not long ago. She shared a rare photo of her husband, Carl Dean. What do y'all know about Dolly Parton's husband? Oh, yeah, and this segment is brought to you by Hendrick Honda of Hickory. That's right. Are you in the mood for a hot dog, a hamburger, or Honda? Go to Hendrick Honda Hickory. Tell them Reap sent you. They'll give you the country-ish deal. All right. Yeah, what do you guys know about Carl Dean? Anybody?
I do know she said that one time that he only likes two kinds of music, bluegrass and acid rock.
Wait, I was expecting you to say country and western, right? Is that the joke?
No, really. He loves acid rock. She did a cover of Stairway to Heaven and some other.
No kidding.
Yes, sir.
I never knew that. I never heard that.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I never knew she was married.
Right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little bit about it here. She's been married to Carl Dean for more than 55 years. Though the public has hardly seen him at all in that time. But Tuesday, she shared a fun throwback photo of the two of them together to promote her latest line of merchandise. In the photo, you can see Dean here wearing a Parton t-shirt. Although it's probably edited, it's the same one that's available on her online store. And it said, she tweeted or Instagrammed, to find you a partner who will support you like Carl Dean does. And she put the picture up. Now, of course, Dean has been supportive of her career over the last 55-some years. They met in Nashville when she first moved there at a laundromat. And their first date was at a McDonald's. And they married in 1966 and have stayed together ever since. But he is a quiet, shy type of dude, never wants to be out in the limelight. So she hardly ever talks about him. You never see him at red carpets or any of that kind of stuff. Oh, Carl Dean he's a homebody, see.
Sounds like a pretty good gig to me.
Yeah.
Stay home, married to Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I'd do it.
So, yeah, good for I wonder if he's related to Jimmy Dean. You know, because he looks like he's a Jimmy Dean kind of guy. I bet he loves sausages. You know what I mean? You think he's a Patty's or a Link kind of guy?
Going with that.
Jimmy Dean say sausage. Links.
He looks like he's a long, tall dude. Probably likes Links. Yeah, I agree with you there.
I wonder there's not been a movie made yet about her. You know, Loretta Lynn made a movie about. Have you seen her movie?
Coal Miner's Daughter.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure there's probably many movies. Go ahead, Elliot. Go ahead.
Yes, there was actually a television movie a couple of years ago that had that little girl that was in one of the America's Got Talent.
Yes,
one of those types.
Yeah. There's many colors.
That's it.
Yeah. So there's been stuff made about her, but not as big as what you're saying with
not
Loretta Lynn.
Far back.
It's like it was made on like a Hallmark channel or something.
Oh.
You wouldn't have seen it. My mom loves Dolly Parton, so I've seen it.
I do watch some Hallmark.
Do you really?
Near Christmas, close to Christmas time. I will.
It's
watch
good for Christmas. Let's see here. Entertainment Tonight. Oh yeah. She goes, it's just not who he is. He's not a people. He's quiet, reserved. He figured if he ever got out there in that, he'd never get a minute's peace, and he's right about that. So she's always respected that about him. They've never had children together. 57 years, no kids, and there you go. There's one more quote that she said that I thought was really funny. He said, "I didn't choose this world. I chose you, and I choose that world.
Oh,
but we can keep our lives separate and together at the same time." That's what they did. So when he met her and married her, she wasn't this big.
No,
and then she got big. He's like, "I don't want part of that part.
Yeah,
I just want
big.
These parts."
Yeah.
Ow! I hear you, Carl Dean. I ain't mad at you. Good to meet you. I wonder what he looks like now. There you go. So that's what's a trending. I've heard rumors too that she might not even. That might be like a beard situation.
Huh?
That maybe she likes the ladies.
Don't you go get nothing started now.
That's just what I've heard. I've heard it.
Well,
people have said such things. I don't know if it's true. I have no, but she's had the same makeup lady for a long time. But maybe that's just devotion.
Oh, makeup lady.
Yeah.
But travels with her all the time.
Yeah. You see that girl all the time, but you don't see Carl.
Oh.
Yeah. No kids. Who knows? I ain't speculating.
Well, why keep him around then?
Well, it's true love, I guess. I don't know. But that's what's a trending. Also, so let's see here. When this comes out, which is November the 9th, it will be hashtag National Louisiana Day. And you're probably thinking, well, what is National Louisiana Day? On November 9th, National Louisiana Day recognizes the state that brought us such treasures as jazz, Creole, and the American Mardi Gras. Throughout the history of the state, the blending of race and culture have resulted in the Delta's own unique flair that brings visitors from around the world seeking to taste their food, hear their music, and see their style. So there you go. Happy National Louisiana Day.
So does every state get a day?
I listen, there's a day for every dang thing, so why not? Hopefully this will help the well, no, actually I was going to make fun of the Saints, but they're actually doing pretty good. They just beat Tampa Bay the other day. Remember how the Panthers beat the Saints and I let Sam Falgout have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go there, but they've actually done well, and we've not done well.
Darn.
Yeah. So look, happy. I've also know this about Louisiana. They were the last state in the country to raise their drinking age to 21. Did you know that?
Yes, from your bit.
Yes. This is. I love talking about this. For 2 years, they forfeited all their federal highway money just so they wouldn't have to raise their drinking age. That is a political stance that I could admire. Yeah. You can keep your federal money.
By God.
Our children's going to drink. So there you go, Louisiana. Good on you. Thanks for always having the party ready to roll and giving us Theo Hall and Drew Brees and whatever else you got down there. All right, let's move on. Well, me and Mom went out to eat again. That's right. You know how when Chelsea Lynn was on the show, she talked about mukbanging. And from time to time, me and Mom would go out and do some mukbanging ourselves. And we did, and this time we went to a place called Hickory Smokehouse. You ever been there, dude?
Yep.
Right
Pretty
there
good.
where Planet Fitness parking lot is.
Yeah.
Convenient location.
Huh?
It's a convenient location.
Yes. Very convenient. And check out this little segment with me and my mama, Mukbanging with MOM'OSA. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another segment of Mukbanging with MOM'OSA. There she is. We are pulling into a barbecue place in Hickory. It's in Viewmont, called the Hickory Smokehouse. I have never eaten here, but I have heard good things. Are you hungry, though?
Oh, I wasn't all that hungry until I smelled it cooking.
It
so
does
good.
smell great. When you pull up here, it smells like a nice fire pit. Well, we have our mukbanging with MOM'OSA bibs right here. I mean, we could go ahead and bib it up. Thanks to one Samantha Dawn Kingston, we now have bibs just for mukbanging. All right, we got food. Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Food is here. Oh my gosh. Look at
Whoa.
that. That is the half of a chicken with okra and baked beans.
Mine's baked beans and pulled pork and fries. I didn't see any hush puppies. I guess
Hush puppies? I didn't ask for hush puppies.
Okay, so what were
Did
you
you
looking
ask for hush
No.
Forks. Utensils.
No, we don't.
Oh, well.
We can't eat.
Well,
We can't eat without a fork.
What do you want to do?
Oh, you go back around to the.
Really? But the food's right in front of me. I'm going to have one bite.
All right.
And then we'll go back around. Because, we got bibs, we got fingers, we got napkins.
Okay, the food might be good, but we don't have utensils to eat it with.
It is very, very juicy. I like that. It's very good, but I will try some of their barbecue sauce because I'm not getting much flavor from the dry rub.
Oh, really?
Whatever's on it. But it's very juicy, very good. Oh, man. Of course, we got all settled before we It's going to be hard for me to drive around and just pull my feet.
It's not raining now. I could go run to the window.
Well, do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll do that. I gotta take off my...
Look, I've backed my seat all the way up. My hands are filthy. I don't want to grab the steering wheel.
All right,
So,
I'll be
careful.
right back. My hair already looks bad anyway, so...
Your hair looks fine. There you go.
Okay, I'll be right
2
back.
utensils. Isn't she the best? I love my mom. Fried okra. Very good. That was fast.
Yep.
Let's try the baked beans. Here we go. They're nice and warm. I can see smoke coming off. See that?
Yeah, I've got some salt in here. Do you want me to salt your
I got
greeny
salt too,
beanies? Because I had plenty of salt on my
I
stuff.
have salt as well, the same pack as you, and then I will salt it if I feel it's appropriate. Thank you very much.
I would have thought you would have got a roll or something.
You know, I've told you a couple times I'm trying not to do carbohydrates.
Okay.
And I feel like it's not sticking with you. I feel like it's not registering.
Good? Did you add the barbecue sauce?
I dipped it in there. It is good.
Very vinegary.
Well, that is a North Carolina style vinegar base. But when they do it right, it's delicious. And I do believe they've done it right here at the Hickory Smokehouse.
Actually, I'm going to use it.
Oh my gosh, it's very good. Wow, this is a good bite right here. I've taken the skin and I've folded it over, some meat. It's gonna be good.
This is good. Very good.
Wow.
I don't like their coleslaw as well. There's not much mayonnaise in it.
Does it still taste like cabbage?
Mm-hmm.
Then I won't like it. I will try a bite of it though, because I've always said, you know, I'll try it. That's actually not bad. I don't like coleslaw, but that's the best coleslaw I've ever had. It's kind of sweet, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a sweetness to it. Wow, it's pretty good.
And French fries?
Well, I don't know if I've told you.
I know.
I'm trying not to do carbohydrates, but I will try one since you guys. And that's the goal of the mukbang, is to try everything. Would you like one of my okras? So you're not doing the goal, okay? Just me?
Yep. Okay.
Well, you don't like okra?
No, I love it.
Why don't you want to try it?
Now you got room for more.
I do. Oh boy. Oh, yeah, look at that. These bibs have come in very handy.
Yes, they have.
Because I'm a sloppy eater. I hate that about myself, but I know it to be true. Every time I leave a table, it's nasty. It's everywhere. I got a tiny mouth, and getting things in there correctly is, kind of hard. Woo-wee! Good stuff.
Very good.
Well, any final thoughts, Mom, before we end the mukbanging with Mimosa?
I'm very pleased with this. It was very good. Very good. So I give it a 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs out of 2, which is pretty good. That's all the thumbs you can give.
And I would definitely come back.
Yeah, me too. All right, everybody. Boss, can you reach that? Can you reach that red button?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to hold that?
No.
No, the button.
Oh, yes. Bicycle.
Bicycle. Yeah.
There you go, folks. Listen, do yourself a favor and check out the Hickory Smokehouse. Delicious. I say better than Hannah's.
Uh-oh.
What? Well, I don't know, what button are you looking for?
Wait, that's wrong.
Right, no, that was appropriate because I made a bold statement. Everybody loves Hannah's. And I think Hannah's is great, but I don't know. For my thing, Hickory Smokehouse, very good vinegar-based barbecue sauce as well.
I agree all the way around with everything you just said about Hickory Smokehouse.
Okay,
very
listen.
good.
We got a lot more show to do. We got Mr. Showtime zooming in. There's a Goodwill Hunting coming up and all kinds of shenanigans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more country-ish after this. Hey there, are you a business owner? Do you have a product that you're trying to sell? Well, maybe I could help you. I've got over 350,000 followers across all my social media, and every episode of Country-ish we do gets thousands of views. So if you have a product that you want me to try on the show or to talk about, go to countryish.com, click on sponsorship, and maybe your stuff could be right here on my stuff. If you love this podcast and you love wearing shirts, well, we got something for you. If you go to countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, it'll take you to my store, and we have an awesome t-shirt for you. It's a Country-ish podcast t-shirt. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Also, it's got the website on there. It's a soft tee, very soft, feels good on your skin, and it helps us keep the lights on here at the studio. So check out countryishpodcast.com, click on merchandise, get yourself a t-shirt, and know that I love you. All right. Well, as you guys know, I do more than one podcast. I do another one with a very, I wouldn't say very, a funny comedian, Jon Heffron. How you doing, buddy? And it's called Heffron and Reap. We do them every Wednesdays, and check it right here on this channel, and it's great. And I want you to check out this little clip from last week's episode. Speaking of proposals, Jon Heffron also had some big news. Look at it, both of us proposing. Anyway, check out the clip. Watch this. There's a certain other person that's in a lot of your pictures recently.
Yeah.
And you guys are posing with rings, at least one ring I saw. So you got engaged.
I got engaged.
Hey! There it is.
And here is my romantic, I had a whole speech. Right? Here is my romantic speech. I'll give it to you right now. Hold on.
Yeah, is it?
No, that's romantic. That's not.
Did you type it out?
No. Here's what I looked at her. I just said, "It's time." That's all I said.
That's it. Oh.
That's all I said.
Time to drop a rhyme. Time to suck a lime. It's time for the mother joke of the day.
I go, "It's time," and then I just pull out the ring, and then she goes. I might say something afterwards. I was kind of having a little like nervous thing kicking in. And then she goes, "Is this a joke?" Because she's looking at the box. And
you
then
haven't opened the box yet.
No,
so you didn't hold the box and do like that. You just held the box.
I had the box. And then she had to lift it. And then she goes, "Is this what?"
She probably thinks it's like a Jack in the Box. It's going to come popping out. Just
goes,
kidding.
"Is this a joke?" And then
it's not time. All right, heffronandreap.com. Check it out right here on this channel tomorrow night for an all-new episode. Okay, now listen. I told you at the beginning of the show, if you were to write a nice review for us on Apple Podcast, give us 5 stars. We'll read it on the air and give you old shout out, the old toot of the horn here. So let me ask one of my interns, Isaiah, do we have any new iTunes reviews?
Yep, we have a 5-star iTunes review by NC Country Girl.
Hey, say it again.
NC Country Girl.
God. That's loud.
She said, "Hi, Jon. Met you at Brunswick Community College. I mistakenly told you I saw you in Hawaii, but it was actually Myrtle Beach. I stand corrected. So sorry."
Okay. I remember this person. Thank you for the review. I really appreciate that.
But what did she say about the podcast?
About the podcast?
Yeah.
No. What, I don't know. What did she say about
That
the
was
podcast?
it. That's his.
No, she was talking about seeing me do stand-up before.
Yeah.
She mistakenly said, I saw you do stand-up in Hawaii one time. And then she goes, and it was good, but this show tonight was way better. You've gotten better than, because when I saw you in Hawaii, I was like, but tonight you were really good. And I was like, and I didn't correct her. I was like, yeah, that must have been a while. And I'm thinking, I've never performed in Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii. So maybe she saw me there. And I'm thinking, I've never ever performed in Hawaii, but I was like, okay, there's a lot of people behind her. I'm like, thanks for coming tonight. Yeah. Appreciate you. And then
maybe that's why she didn't think you were that funny.
She didn't see me.
She just saw you like in line somewhere. Like,
right.
You're much funnier this time.
Oh, believe me, if she saw me in Hawaii, I probably was not funny at all because I was with my ex. And I was probably in a bad mood in paradise, of all places. But I've never performed there. But now I'm thinking, now she's saying Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, she said Myrtle Beach.
So now what lackluster show did I do in Myrtle Beach? That's what I'm thinking now. Anyway, thanks for your comment. And if you write me a nice comment and put it on the Apple Podcast, we'll give you an old toot of the air horn as well. All right, let's move on. We recorded this interview a while back. This guy had been around for a long time. His name is David Scott. He's a comedian, but he's gone by many nicknames over the years. And now he goes by Mr. Showtime. And I want you to meet Mr. Showtime. That's who's zooming. And here he is right now, Mr. Showtime, David Scott. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, John. It's great to finally talk to you. You and I have never met. We have crossed paths as you're leaving the club and I'm coming into the club, or I'm leaving the venue and then next week you're coming in, but we've actually never physically met.
100%. We are ships passing in the night. I've seen your face. I've seen your promo videos. I've seen your posters. And especially down in Birmingham, I would see it a lot. You do a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, I've never had the pleasure of seeing or working with you, so I was looking you up, and you do a lot of stuff. I mean, you sing, you dance, you do magic, you dance. You do. It seems like you got impressions. You do a lot of stuff. So when people come to see you, they're not just seeing a comedian; they're seeing a full. Like you say, a Vegas style show, but I don't even know what that means. Yeah, that's a good point, because when you say Vegas style show, I guess you're thinking of like all the dancers behind you and the glitz and all the glamour. Yeah. But I think that could mean anything these days. I don't know.
Yeah, it can now, but back in 97, 98, 99, it was a much different scene.
Yeah.
My dad was a Broadway performer. And I took a lot of my influence from the Broadway mentality of performing, which is obviously theatrical.
Yeah.
So I took my love of singing and dancing and performing, and I skewed it into a comedy heavy so that it was funny. Mm-hmm. It wasn't meant to be serious. It's everything I do, the magic, the straitjacket, the impressions, is all meant to be funny.
Yeah. So I got so many questions. How long were you in Vegas?
About 6 years.
Okay. Yeah. And were you in one spot, or did you bounce around to different places?
Oh, that was the one thing about Vegas, is that there is no competition. Sometimes you go to a city and there are two comedy clubs, you can only play one.
Yeah.
Because the other one doesn't want you. But in Vegas, every 5 days, another 10,000 people were filtering in. Right. So you could be at Caesars, which I've done. You could be at Caesars on like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, you have to Tropicana.
Right.
Because the crowds do not really care.
Yeah.
There's no competition.
That's great. I mean, I'm so jealous of people, other comics, guys who have had residencies at places.
That's like a dream come true for me. One day, just have a residency would be so cool.
I'm like, that would be, that's on my bucket list, but it's also probably the thing that will kill me. Like, if I do that, if I'm able to pull that off, and I know all I got to do is go down an elevator, do a thing for an hour, then go right back up. And never go outside because everything you need is in that casino and hotel. I mean, and that's just the debauchery there.
I think you and I are, I mean, I'm a natural redhead, and I think so are you.
Yes.
And if the longer we stay inside, the more transparent we become skin tone. Because I'm sure you've had this problem. Trying to film a video for our skin tone, and the stage lights hit us, we look like a Roman candle. We are just, our face gets washed out. We look like we're just like like just floating in the ether.
Yeah. So in a weird way, Vegas, I mean, to go outside is not good for us. But if I were to do a residency, I wouldn't have to go outside.
Right.
Where it's air conditioned and the food is brought to you. And
you get paler and paler and paler.
Yeah, you're like one of those weird sea snakes that lives at the bottom of the ocean floor that's got these weird big eyes and they're just translucent. Yeah, that's kind of what we turn into. Well, tell me about the Guinness World Record you got. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it was something that I dreamed about doing since I was 11 years old.
Okay.
In 1979, I saw a TV show called That's Incredible.
Yeah, I remember that show. I love that show.
Yeah. And I saw them every week. A new person sets a Guinness World Record. And I thought to myself, I want to do that. I want to do that. And then 8 years ago, I was doing a show in the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Alfano. Yeah. I was just
Michael,
there not long ago.
Oh, love that guy. And he used to have it at a different venue where it is now.
Yeah.
And on Friday night, they actually had a live radio show. The DJ would come and do a live remote Friday, but he would do it from like 10 o'clock until 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So after the late show, he would interview the comics as they got off stage. And I had just done like an hour and 20-minute set. And the guy goes, that was a pretty long set for a Friday late show. What's your longest set? And I go, I don't know, maybe 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I wonder what the record is. And we looked up the record, and it was like 38 hours and 6 minutes or something like that. I was talking on there. I go, I could probably beat that record. And I said it as a total joke. It was a total joke.
Mm-hmm.
And my agent was listening, and he started making phone calls. And he goes, I've got 2 casinos that are interested in you trying to break that record. And one isn't going to pay you. One is going to pay you.
There you go.
So I was like, well, let's go with the ones that's going to pay me.
Yeah,
So,
of course, yeah.
So I got a team. I got a 3-person team together, 2 writers, and one basically all she is good at is just she can organize everything. She's just one of those people. And it took 6.5 months to write the show, create all the rules that we had to go. Because Guinness sent me a rule book about 1.5 inches thick of what I could and could not do. And the 2 main rules, you had to hold the microphone the entire time, couldn't use a mic stand, couldn't use a lapel mic, couldn't use a headphone, had to hold the microphone, and there had to be a minimum of 10 people in the audience the entire time.
Wow. But they could come and go, but 10
there's
human
always
beings.
Gotta be 10.
Yeah.
At any time, there's got to be 10 people in the audience. So we decided to go. We thought a casino was the best place because there's always people
at
a casino. And
they have no sense of time at a casino. Yeah, you don't even know what time it is ever. There's no clocks. That's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. So we did it at the Diamond Joe Casino in Dubuque, Iowa. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Well, okay, so I have a question. Did you so you had to hold the mic for over 30. Did you wrap it around your hand? Did you?
I did. It was 40 hours and 8 minutes. And and you couldn't use a mic stand. And if you drop the mic, the attempt is over. So I took them, and I usually use a wireless mic.
Yeah.
I like the freedom of a wireless mic. I used a wired mic, and I took it and wrapped the cord, almost like, Fight Club style. So I couldn't drop it. So I'm holding the microphone as wrapped. So if I did this, it still was in my hand.
I mean, that's what I would have had to have done that. We got to do that. Well, let me ask you one more question. I'll let you go. And you briefly talked about your dad. I love asking comedians about their dads because he inspired me pretty much. My dad was a funny guy. And I'm always curious, where do you think you got your sense of humor? Was it your dad, your mom, both? Or where do you think it came from?
Like I said, my dad was an entertainer. He'd been entertaining since he was 16, 17 years old. He was on Broadway, musical theater up and down the East Coast, was in a group called the High Notes. I was always around that kind of vibe of performing. So a lot of what my dad was a funny guy, but he was a song and dance man. Mm-hmm. My dad was never a comedian. He was a singer. He was a dancer. But I was always amazed how he could always control a room with his stories. So he definitely influenced me as far as wanting to perform. But the biggest influence I had was this guy.
Steve Martin, baby. Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I got the album. I got the autograph down there. I saw him on HBO in 1983 when I was 13 years old. Uh-huh. And it was at the Universal Amphitheater. Sorry, the Hollywood Amphitheater. And he was wearing this white suit, played a banjo, was doing balloon animals. And I thought, you can do that? Right. That's considered, because that's goofy. It's non sequitur. It should not work. There's nothing about that could work. And that really influenced me more. I mean, my dad influenced me to want to learn how to perform.
Yeah.
Or to create something that was completely, non-existent, because there was no stand-up comedy club before Steve Martin.
I mean, he's one of my people. Ask me too, who are some of your favorites? Steve Martin, for me, honestly, one of the best ever. I mean, he was a sophisticated stupid. I kind of like that. He's very philosophical. He's very artsy, but he also plays a banjo, puts an arrow through his head. So that's kind of what I've aspired to be. If I can get half as good as him, I've had a good career. Well, buddy, I appreciate you zooming in here. Where can people find you? What's your website?
My website is damnilookgood.com because
of course.
My YouTube page is youtube.com/Showtime Talks. Please just subscribe. I'm just trying. I don't know how YouTube works, so I'm just trying to get that page going.
This is Mr. Showtime, David Scott, everybody. Appreciate you, buddy.
Jon, it was wonderful meeting you. Everybody's told me you're a great guy, super friendly, and they did not lie. You are a hell of a nice guy.
Well, my pleasure to have you on, and I hope to meet you in person sometime, dude.
Absolutely.
Safe travels, brother. I'll talk to you later. All right. How about that, Mr. Showtime in the Guinness Book of World Records? I'd love to do something like that. Maybe we'll do the funniest, longest mall walking. That'll be our thing in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Surely to goodness nobody's done that.
We'll work on it. Elliot, thanks for hooking that up. Is there anything you want to add to this?
Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much to Mr. David Scott. He's so nice and kind. My dad loves Guinness Book of World Records, so I sent him a copy of it, and he was kind enough to autograph it for his birthday and send it back. So thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. And you got anything else coming up? I know you like to book a lot of shows.
Yeah. Well, actually, this one isn't ours. It is Mike Ellis's. But yes, Ginger Billy is coming back, a friend of the show, Ginger Billy. Yes, he's returning to the Newton Performing Arts Center on November 14th, which is a Sunday. There are a few tickets left, so the last show was completely sold out, so you don't want to miss this one.
Ginger Billy, I think I might have to make an appearance on that one because I will be in town.
We know somebody.
Yeah.
We can hook it up.
I would go up there and do like 10 minutes and try to do the funniest 10 minutes I could ever do. And see if he could
He
follow
would be
that.
so pissed.
To follow that, buddy.
I would be mad too.
That's how it's done, son.
And leave.
You go take your shirt off and flex. I'll tell jokes. How's that? I'm kidding. I love Ginger Billy. All righty. Look, we got one more segment. Did you hit the share button? I haven't brought it up in a minute. I forgot to even do the share stare, but that's okay. Perhaps you're getting tired of it. But I do want you to continue to hit the share button and leave comments because we're growing a little bit. Every time you do it, it helps. All right. Let's get to the final segment of today's episode. Thank you, Isaiah. Yes. So earlier I mentioned that this was Jon Stamos' little brother. Was not being truthful. I was just joking around. Ooh. His real name is Marcus Hunt.
You're so funny.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Marcus Hunt is his real name. I've known him pretty much my whole dang life. He's one of my best friends, and we get along just fine. We like to buy gifts for each other from time to time at a Goodwill because you can find all kinds of fun things at a Goodwill. And we made a game out of it, right?
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll go to Goodwill, buy my buddy Mark Hunt a gift for $5 or less. It has to make sense as to why I'm giving him this gift, and he does the same for me. We put it in a box, and we open it. We the box that we got at a Goodwill that we hunted. It's a segment that we like to call Goodwill Hunting! Goodwill Hunting! Goodwill!
We've got about the same amount of stamina
Well, you were doing this.
Pump, yeah.
What was that?
That
I didn't know what you were doing.
All right. I don't either.
Like you're about to throw some dice down. Like I bet I could go longer than you. That's what I was
playing high stakes poker is what you were doing.
Yeah,
it was a pumping me up kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah,
well, that was pretty long.
You went longer than
Did you go first last time?
I did. So you go first this time. Can't wait to see what you got.
All right, Marcus. I got a box for you right here.
Who's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
All right. I've been to your home a couple times. I like your place. Nice little town home you got.
Thanks.
And I know that, I went over there one time, I was watching football, and I got a little hot. I said, I need to turn the thermostat down in here. And I went and turned it down, and you're like, no, you're going to turn that back up. You didn't like me turning it down to get it colder. And I just know you're an energy efficient guy.
I like to watch my
You don't like to waste
watch my power bill, yeah.
money on power.
Right.
And save money when you can. And I noticed you had these things under your doors. Not under your doors, like a bean bag.
Like a sock filled with rice.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Is that to prevent the air from going out of the laundry room into the house or vice versa?
Prevents draft, yeah.
Draft.
Yeah.
But I noticed when you'd open that door, the bean bag would slide back, and then you shut the door, then you have to kick the bag back over.
Right, with your foot.
I'm thinking, that's probably a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And I saw something.
It'll snake on you, too.
It'll snake.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful, you don't put it back, you'll forget it's there and you can trip over it. It's a hazard.
Or forget to put it back and spend $2 that month extra on power.
Right. So I think I got a solution for you. I
All
found
right.
this at a Goodwill, and I want you to have it, Mr. Hunt.
Okay, so it's got something to do with draft.
Yeah.
Underneath the door.
Speaking of draft, that story about the Shelby fire, that was a backdraft. I don't want this to happen to you in your house.
Backdraft, that's a movie.
Maybe this will help.
Okay.
Also a great movie, Ron Howard.
Oh. So it's
Boom.
a double draft seal.
Yes.
For $4. Let me get it out.
Yep.
So I assume you put this on the door.
It's a 2-pack. Yep.
Oh boy.
For 2 doors. See? Here, I'll open one. You open one. Basically, it's got these little styrofoam noodle-looking things, right? And you put this. It's got a piece of oh shit! Something just popped me right in the eye. Something flew off, dude.
Did it get your eyeball?
piece of
Oh.
Well, no, I was wanting to fight.
Man down, man down.
Fight with.
We'll be right back. No, what was it? Oh, it was this thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Wow, dude. That got me right here.
back.
Zoom in. Am I hurt? You see anything?
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just going to get
You're
you an
gonna
eyeball.
This
Show
look,
up at the cruise
see that?
with black eye.
You do it like this. I'm not going to do it back.
No,
It was
seriously,
an
do it
accident.
back.
It was an accident.
I know, but.
All right, you ready?
You ready to go?
All right, hang on. Didn't come off.
Oh! That could have been bad.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So there's more on there.
So we pretty much ruined the gist of this.
Hold up.
No.
With it.
We
So
added
you-
to the comedy.
Hey,
What you do
stuff
is you
these
slide
in.
this down one side of it, see? And then you, it's got like a little sheath. You slide it down in there, and it just, wraps around the bottom of your door so you don't have to keep kicking the beanbag back
that
and
feels
forth.
good.
Yeah.
It's a nice
What
fabric.
is that, velvet? I don't know.
So OSHA just called, said they're sending you the fines.
Send me the what?
Fines.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
But he hurt me.
Yeah. We weren't being OSHA compliant.
Too bad he don't own the building. I'm going to sue Alan.
Oh. I think that would be fun to have a
anyway.
little
Wait a
fight with those.
I hope that's for 2 doors. So you got
Yeah.
one for your laundry room, one for your bathroom. Okay.
You ready for yours?
I'm ready for mine. Does it involve a Band-Aid as well?
You're going on your.
Am I bleeding?
By the time this airs, you'll
No,
be.
you're not bleeding.
Does it hurt? It's a little bit red.
My face is red anyway.
Couldn't imagine. I bet that did hurt.
I've been trying to get some sun for the cruise. Get a base going.
Been hard. Been held. Have to go with an eye patch over on a cruise.
Like a pirate going to Nassau.
So true. So you're going to be on your cruise when this airs.
Yes.
So I've got something to send with you on your cruise. Okay. You've been watching what you eat. Last show you were fasting.
Yes.
I don't know how's that going.
Dude, can I be honest with you?
You gave up on it that night when you got home.
I did.
Yeah.
I got home that night. I was hangry.
You're probably ill with your mom. Did you fuss at your mama?
No, couldn't fuss at mom. But there was food, and I had what did I eat? I ordered. I love pecans, so I ordered pecans from Nuts.com. They're not a sponsor, but they could be. Get in touch. Nuts.com. Ordered some pecans, and I just ate pecans.
Well, that's not bad. That's healthy, kinda.
But I dipped them in pimento cheese.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So
whoopsie.
I know you're watching what you eat. You're watching your weight. So one of the things in here, I want you to take it with you on the cruise to help you watch your weight. And then I know you're pretty musically inclined. And
yeah, I got rhythm.
You've got rhythm. You used to be a break dancer back in the day. So maybe on the ship, I want you to take. I got 2 hours for you. I want you to take these out on the ship, and
we are doing karaoke on the cruise.
You could play.
We are
these.
going to Mexico and Nassau.
I've got some Mexican sounding things in here for you to take with you on your trip.
I can't wait.
One for weight, one for fun.
Okay.
Ready?
I can't wait. All right. Oh boy, look.
There you go. That's a lot. Yeah.
All right.
Went all out this time. I think I spent $5, the whole amount.
Hang on.
God, you owed me.
That would. Oh yeah, looky here, buddy. Yeah, what do you call these?
I like how Goodwill wrapped them up where they wouldn't get
Maracas.
Maracas. And I'll take these to Mexico, buddy. Oh man, if I can open them.
They wrapped them up good, huh?
What was that?
Get
What
my
was
knife,
that one's name
Diddy.
used to always show up on,
Crack
like,
that
Love
open, and
Boat
I'll
stuff?
open the other thing you got here. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, looky here.
You watch your weight.
Look at this. It is a scale with feet on it. I guess but it looks like it's for tar heels.
But I think you have, and you have to put your feet exactly like it is on here. It don't work.
How much you think I
I'm
weigh
just
right
kidding.
now? You think this works?
Yeah, it works. That's the old style one. They work really good.
Anybody
You're
wanna make bets?
187. Nah.
187?
180.
Huh?
180.
80?
180.
I'm going to go 178.
178.
Okay. All of you are under.
You're more than 187?
200.
Oh.
According to this scale.
You're a little linebacker, aren't you?
It's that salt laden hat.
Yeah. Well, you're not getting enough salt out.
That's right.
But what was your weight up to at one time?
I don't know if I trust that.
I would totally trust this.
200. And then when I weighed myself the other day, it was 192. Now that says 200.
Well, you fasted, but you ate pecans and mint and cheese.
This says Cabo San Lucas. I'm going to Cozumel.
Same thing, ain't it?
It also says Mexico, so that is in Mexico.
It is.
And I'll do the La Cucaracha.
Those are authentic.
I like
So
these,
you need
dude.
to chase down Charo to get to full training with that.
Right. You think if I walk out off of the cruise ship into Mexico doing this, is that cultural appropriation? Would Nick Cannon be upset with me?
I was just going to call you on that.
Yeah.
As long as you're not wearing a sombrero.
Right. So it's all about the head, what's on your head, I guess.
A turban, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for that, Stamos / Mark Hunt.
Most certainly.
And thank you, interns. Thank you, Sergeant Ball. Thank you very much. Isaiah, is there anything you want to add before I end this show?
All good here.
Okay, Elliot?
No, you've given me the floor a couple of times, so I appreciate it.
That's all good. Deanna Jackson, what about you, buddy? We good? All right. Well, for all of my interns and my one sergeant, producer, Mr. Alan Jackson, Mr. Mark Hunt, Mark Stamos, I have been and shall remain Jon Rep, and I wish you a bicycle.
Life on the farm is kind of laid back, but I wouldn't know that I'm from a cul-de-sac. Don't chew tobacco and I don't smoke crack. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, it's simple kind of life, never did me no harm, but I do know a guy with only one arm. Keep your fancy smartphones and your self-parked cars. Thank God I'm country-ish. Well, I got a podcast that'll make you giggle. It ain't number one, it's right in the middle. The town's not big, but it ain't too little. It's time for country-ish. Go on, dude.
Hey, everybody, it's me again. I just want to say thank you for listening or watching this podcast. You know, we couldn't do this without supporters like you. Oh, wait, are you not a supporter? Well, you could be. It's real simple. Go to countryishpodcast.com. Click on the word support. That will take you to our Patreon page. That's our support page. And from there, you can support us many different ways. There's different levels. You got $5 and up. You got Pewter Pro, Rhinestone level, Executive Zirconia, all the way up to Platinum Elite, and all of them come with different rewards. We're talking hats, t-shirts, ginger beard masks, even be a guest on the show. You got to check out our Patreon page. Go to countryishpodcast.com, click on support, and thank you.
Yeah!
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. I've been waiting for this moment all my life. No, you're doing good. Hold on. Hold on. That's it. Hit the share button.